Hi everyone, it's Jessica Ajoux, and today I wanted to talk about leads, what they are, how they affect your dog's movement, and why understanding about your dog's lead can give you an advantage when you're planning your strategy on the agility course. I find that many handlers don't really understand about leads, or they know it's something complicated, but it's really not that complicated. Basic understanding will help you know which direction your dog is turning, which of course can give you that advantage when you're trying to decide what information your dog actually needs when they're on the course. So the term leads refers to the certain pattern of footfalls that your dog, any animal with four legs, but in this case dog, has when it's running. So think really in a gallop or a canter, not walking or trotting, but running. There's an order in which the feet actually hit the ground. You don't really need to know the actual order. It's very well studied in the horse world, which is when I first learned about leads when I was a little younger, riding ponies, let's be honest. But you don't have to understand this to that degree. You just have to know that your dog is either on its left lead or it's on its right lead, and that affects which direction your dog is turning. It's predictable. Sometimes it's determined by the course, sometimes it's determined by where you are, and in the following videos, I'm going to put some things in slow motion so you can really see what it looks like when your dog is on one lead or the other, and how it affects the dog's movement. So in these videos shot a few months ago in warmer times, we're going to be able to see which lead the dog is actually on. Remember I said they're either on their left lead or they are on their right lead, and this can be seen and determined by looking at which front leg sticks out just a little bit further than the other front leg. So in this paused clip of Hallelujah, we can see that her right front leg is the one that is further extended. This tells us that she is on her right lead. So what does this mean? This means that this dog is going to be turning to the right. So here we see Wit, he's on his right lead and he's going to be making a right-hand turn. That's what happens. If they're on their right lead, they're going to turn right. If they're on their left lead, they're going to be turning to the left. It is possible for them to turn against their lead, but this usually means they're a little more off balance and not as sure-footed. So if the dog is going to have to make a direction change, he's going to have to switch leads in order to physically do so. This is what we see right here. Wit is going to turn to the left. He changes leads right there. Now you see that left front paw is forward, and he's able to continue on his left lead. Here you'll see another lead change. So Hallelujah is on her right lead, and she's going to switch right there. Lands on that left lead and continues running forward. So the good news is you don't actually have to look at your dog's feet while you're trying to run agility to tell which lead they're on. It's predictable based on where you are relative to the dog. And dogs are always trying to come towards us. So if the handler is on the dog's left, the dog is naturally going to be on its left lead, and vice versa. If the handler's on the dog's right, they're going to be more likely on their right lead. Since agility is a game of many direction changes, my personal opinion is that some of the most successful agility dogs are those that are able to make the lead changes very easily and quickly. This is something that can be developed very young in the dogs, and just like people are right-handed or left-handed, dogs will have a preferred lead that they like to operate on. So it's really important to make sure that you're developing both so that they're comfortable working on both leads, and even more important, that they're comfortable switching between the two. Some of the exercises you saw in these videos where we're having the puppies run towards the handler and then turn away helps the dogs learn how to make those lead changes and plan to adjust on the flat so that they don't slip or fall in an attempt to turn. And all of this can be done before the introduction of any jump so that they have good control over their bodies. So that's what you need to know about leads. Have fun training.